You know how sometimes you just stumble across a company who makes stuff that's just awesome. The minute you touch it, you love it, and you know at that moment you're going to buy stuff from that company forever. As long as they're in business. And they damn well better be. In this case today, I'm talking about Eberlestock. More specifically, I'm coming at you with the Skycrane, the J79 from Eberlestock. This bag is sick. Now I have to admit, I don't really use this bag at its full potential. I mean, this thing's set up to haul gear for military personnel in ridiculously harsh conditions and stand up to all the elements. Now I do my best. I load this thing up with a bunch of camping gear or stuff for a day trip or bushcrafting or stuff that I carry for me or my kids, but I'm not going through the dunes in Afghanistan or these ridiculous climates or through all these harsh conditions. Now I waited till now to do a review on this bag because I really wanted to do it justice. But unfortunately, I'm sad to say, I don't think I'm going to really be able to give you the review that I was hoping I'd be able to give you. Because I'm only going to do a tabletop review, and then unfortunately, I need to let this bag go. It is a shame. I really love it. I'm going to talk about all the great features. But for me right now, where I'm trying to keep my channel going and get new fresh gear in and out so that you can see different products and what's available, unfortunately, where I'm buying every single piece of gear on my own, I'm very invested in this bag right now, and I know I have some really solid resale value, and I need to take advantage of this money in order to get some new gear so that I can continue to do reviews. But I will talk about this in great detail. I'll show you what it's all about, and I'm just going to start right off the get-go by saying I highly recommend this bag. Part of the reason why I decided I could actually let this go is because I'm tending to gravitate more towards the backpacking gear and lighter weight gear. Now that's the first thing I'll mention is this bag is not light. It is a very heavy system. What you're looking at right here is just about 12 pounds. And so, if you're planning on using this bag for anything of a substantial distance or technical difficulty, it will be a difficult carry for you. Because right off the get-go, you're adding significant weight with the system. But I'll show you different things about it that would allow you actually to strip it down and get it to a lighter weight. I think you'll see pretty quick why this is a very versatile system, capable of providing an excellent carry solution for a number of different scenarios that you might encounter. The Skycrane exhibits absolutely exquisite craftsmanship. Everything on this bag is meticulously put together. Every little detail counts. Everything from the selection of the fabrics, which you'll see many different fabrics on these bags, the colors, the stitching, all the buckles, all the way down to the ends of the straps that have these nice Velcro keepers. Every detail on this bag has been carefully thought about and works very well. Different generations of Eberlestock bags have different zippers, and these particular pulls are on the most current models. They're very comfortable, ergonomic, easy to grab. The zippers slide with ease, open and close, no problem, never jam, and take a lot of stress. You're seeing many different components on this bag. You have this head pack, which actually can be removed and turns into a waist pack if you want to carry this on its own. It has a strap in the back that allows you to pull it off and throw it around your waist. It's actually a pretty neat feature. I've never used it as a hip carry, but I have used this head pack on both the actual outer Skycrane bag and the inner Skycrane bag, and I will show you that in just a minute. To go through some of these exterior features, you'll notice nice, large, ample pockets on both sides of the bag. Now these pockets are certainly capable of holding quite a bit of gear, large canteens or anything like that. I've used them before as like a dump pouch just to throw stuff in there. And they do have cords that allow you to cinch them up so that you can make them smaller so that you don't lose your material or any gear that you have in there. The bag has plenty of MOLLE all over it, on the sides, on the front, on the top, and it wraps all the way down onto the bottom. So you do have plenty of options if you want to add additional pouches, but I would caution you carefully about that just because this bag is heavy to begin with, and by adding significant amount of pouches, you'd add an additional significant amount of weight. The Skycrane has very nice large side pouches capable of holding water bladders or large Nalgene's or canteens. I've used it for food, I've used it for tools. There's a pocket on both sides, so you do end up with, two equal sized pockets, one on each side of the bag. This head pouch contains a large pocket on the top, very, very large in size, capable of holding a good amount of gear. It does not have any sort of subdivided admin style pockets or any like map pockets or anything like that, but it is one nice large pocket. There are two more pockets on this head pack. The one in the back of the bag actually has a keeper and a felt lined pouch where you could put some more delicate items or sunglasses. I don't personally like to put my sunglasses in a pouch like this simply because I feel like you still have the ability to crush them, but it is nice to have a good soft pouch for some more delicate items. On the side of the bag, you'll notice another zipper that has a rubberized waterproof zipper system. This pocket actually goes the entire depth of the head pack and goes from one side to the other. It's a good size pocket, and if you look here, just to give you the example, I can stick my entire hand in there with plenty of room to spare, and it goes up halfway up to my elbow. So nice size pocket. Then that's just the head pack. So you're already able to see how much space or how much available space you have in this Eberlestock bag, and that's just the head pouch. Now obviously too, you'll see there are some straps, so if you wanted to attach maybe a bedroll or even a tent or a sleeping bag or a jacket or anything up there, these straps are very long. I have them cinched down, but you'll see there's a ton of webbing here, so you can totally loosen up these straps, undo this Velcro, and really get a nice long lead on that thing, so you can put a pretty good size item on top of the bag. There's no doubt this Skycrane's made for carrying a load. When we start undoing these clips, you'll see right here there's a flap that comes down. Inside you have plenty of MOLLE to add additional pockets if you really needed to, and you'll see these buckles here. Again, each one of these straps and buckles have plenty of material left, so that if you need to, you can pull these way out and you can add very large items into here, and then you can use this outer flap almost as a cradle to help hold material in place, so that any of the items that you place in there stay really firm and secure. And you have two straps in the vertical position and two straps in the horizontal position, all of which really help you to maintain your load. Opening up this pack, you'll see removing the buckles. You can do that with ease. Very nice buckles on this bag. Duraflex buckles that are high quality. They don't rattle. They are almost bulletproof. Very nice quality buckles. Flipping open the head pack, now we're starting to expose additional features of the bag. Now here's where this thing starts to get unique. You'll notice there's a zipper track that goes down this side of the bag and this side of the bag. When you start to unzip that, that's where the versatility really starts to come into play on this J79 Skycrane. Now I have one side of this zipper removed. On the other side, I'll unzip it down to the bottom. Now that it's loose, you'll notice this bag splits into two pieces. We now have the main J79 Skycrane as a standalone unit, and an additional bag here that's called the little brother. Now obviously when you look at the inside of this Skycrane, you'll notice this thing is just absolutely loaded with molly, and that is a massive molly field capable of holding a significant amount of pouches. Now I would again just urge you to use caution. Adding all sorts of pouches to this will make it significantly heavier, so just you know, take that word of caution and choose your system wisely. Maybe get some lighter weight pouches that help you subdivide this out, or maybe a couple of larger ones. But you know, if you break this out into a whole bunch of little pouches, you are adding significant amount of fabric weight. So even though now we've basically split the bag in half, you probably want to at least take that into consideration. Now on each side of this bag, you'll see that there's a nice size pocket in the top of the flap, and a nice size pocket on the bottom of the flap. I've used this for, you know, med kits, fire kits, toiletries. You know, if I use this bag with my kids, I have some of their stuff, and when they were younger, I'd, you know, have some of the things that they need if I bring them out into the woods. So I've definitely been able to pack a ton of gear, be able to carry for more than one person, and just in this one particular section of the bag alone, you have a ton of ability to customize and a lot of versatility. Let's just shift gears real quick and step away from the J79 and get into the little brother. Now this is really called the G1 little brother. This is the smaller bag that I took out of the Skycrane. You'll notice this is actually a pretty nice size bag. I tend to actually gravitate towards this piece of the kit more than the entire kit itself. You know, for me, I really like to have a tactical style bag for my typical bushcraft adventures, or my day camping, if you'd call it that, and any of my you know, sort of local day excursions. So this for me has been the bag. I have loved this bag. It is an excellent, excellent purchase. I highly recommend a bag just like this, or a similar style, if you're looking for something in that, I guess you'd call it 72-hour bag size. So anyway, I'm going to run through some of the features of this real quick so that you can see the inside of this bag and some of the exterior components and features. No different than the Skycrane, you have these really nice zipper pulls, tons of molly, beautiful fabric, nice stitching, and all the attention to detail that you'd love to have in a high-end pack. The sides contain nice sized pockets capable of holding a good amount of gear. These pockets are very similar in size to the ones on the actual J79. Nice buckles on the side, compression straps that allow you to keep everything tight. And also a head pack style pouch that, when you open it up, has a very significant amount of space, capable of holding anything like you know, clothing or food, any items really. This is a pretty straightforward pouch, no frills about it. It's actually hydration compatible. If you have a smaller hydration bladder, you're able to put the hose out the back. I've never used it for that, but it is definitely possible on this head pack. Where Eberlestock has me really sold is in the quality of their padding and straps. This system is awesome. It just feels so good. I really like the comfort that you get with these sort of sculpted shoulder straps. They are ventilated. They are very comfortable. You have nice support from this big lumbar pad down low. Now, what you might notice is that there is no hip belt on this particular bag. Now you can add one. I have it off for this demonstration simply because I had this bag zipped into the other part, but that does get in the way. So again, if you are going to use this as a primary pack and you have the hip belt installed, that this pack will not really fit in the rest of the system, so you have to remove the hip belt. And so it does not come standard with a hip belt for this G1 little brother. It does come with one for the J79, but you can buy it separately, and I have done so. So I do have an additional hip belt that I add on, and for me, for the life of this pack, I have had this hip belt. You can see that there's Velcro. Basically, you slip it in behind here. There's a Velcro field on the inside, and so you know, once that's installed, you have a very nice cushioned hip belt. The feature that I like the most about this G1 little brother is the fact that it's front loading. It actually is top loading too. You can unzip that zipper and top load the bag, but I like the front load. You know, you can really see everything that you have inside your bag really nicely displayed for you. This has some compression straps that allow you to cinch things down. It has a mesh divider that you can use to separate the top and the bottom of the bag, or you can use this simply to hold things in place so that they're not flapping around in case you want to pack this bag down nice and tight. This does have 2 sleeves that allow for hydration bladders. I have used the hydration bladders in here. They fit nice. I think I have 3-liter hydration bladders, I believe, and they fit in there just fine. And so that's a nice feature. You know, I don't have a system that allows me to clip them in, so they just kind of fall inside once I start drinking the water, and they, you know, get depleted. They will sink down into this pocket a little bit, but I've never found it to be a problem. Additionally, on the inside of the bag, you'll see some more MOLLE, where if you're not careful, you'll add way too many pouches. I've done it before. I'm just heeding the warning. And down the bottom, it's actually kind of nice. You have these 4 little individualized pouches that allow you to put smaller items, or maybe you have 4 smaller pouches that you just slip in there, and it helps you stay a little bit organized. So a nice size bag, great function, great form, beautiful fit and construction. Very, very nice. I love this bag. I suggest you know, checking it out, and if not this particular model, one very similar from Eberlestock. Hopping back to the main pack on the J79 Skycrane, I would like to show some additional exterior features. Similar to the little brother, we have these nice ventilated shoulder straps, a beautiful harness system. It can all be adjusted to the length of your torso. This does have some internal stiffeners. This is almost like an aluminum stiffener, and there's a hard plastic plate that adds almost like a frame pack style support. It works very well. It's very comfortable. It contours to your body. You can actually mold these to the shape of your back. On top of that, you do have these shoulder straps and these load straps that allow you to cinch down the shoulders tighter to your back and to really carry your load efficiently. Here's a very nice hip belt, great lumbar support, nice ventilation throughout, very well done. I love these hip belts. The fact is they have MOLLE in the perfect spot. Now, you don't have pouches built into these, but I'll tell you, there's plenty of pouches that you can get, maybe a dump pouch or any other sort of pouch. Eberlestock does have some pouches that are a perfect size for right here. You have it on both sides, so you can add little pouches on your hips, which gives you great accessibility to some of the items that you want while you're wearing the pack. Now, Eberlestock has really thought things through. This right here that I have is called the Spike Camp duffel bag. Now, this duffel has zipper tracks that match up perfectly with the zipper tracks on this J79. So if you don't want to carry the G1 little brother and you want to expand the capacity but not be carrying around the bulk of the second backpack, well, you can add this duffel. And the nice thing is, this is one big open compartment inside. So there's not really anything in the way of some, you know, subdivided compartments. So you really have a huge capacity to load this thing up and zip it in if you really don't want to carry around the G1 little brother. Alternatively, if you don't want to add any additional capacity, they make these blank panels that you can zip right in. And you'll see it's blaze orange on one side, and then they have a variety of different camo patterns for the other side. So that would actually zip right in using that same zipper track and give you the ability to put essentially a blank panel on the outside of the bag. If you wanted to use this for, you know, pouches or other storage in there, and then have a level of protection on the outside, that's another good way you can go about customizing this J79 Skycrane and adding another level of versatility. Let's just say you don't want to use the duffel bag or the blank panel. You can simply zip both halves of the Skycrane together to give you an additional level of customizability and functionality depending on how big you want this bag and how much stuff you really want to carry. And so here's what you get if you zip the two halves of the outside of the bag together. Basically, instead of ending up with two side pouches, you end up with two long front pouches. Instead of these pockets being on the side of the bag, they end up on the front of the bag. Now, in practice, you take this flap and you throw it up. You take your head pack, pull it down, clip it together, and you end up with a pretty nice tight package. It's still a very large bag, but it does significantly cut down on the overall size. And that would work out pretty nice too if you had your pouches laid out on the inside of the bag and you just wanted to be able to take this thing to wherever you're hiking or camping to and sort of fillet it open and see all your gear. So very interesting design, very versatile, well thought through. Great job, Eberlestock. And I think one last thing worth noting is that Eberlestock makes all kinds of different pouches and pockets that fit nicely onto these bags. They're all color coordinated and made to fit perfectly. So it's another thing to keep in mind is that, you know, even if you invest into one of these bags and you want to change it up a bit, there are tons and tons of options. So this is actually a chest pouch or a admin style pocket that you can add to your bags. These are some what they call saddlebags, and they're very similar to the exterior pockets that you saw on the J79. I added these onto my G1 little brother, and it added some additional space on the sides that I really enjoyed having, and these are very, very nice. And very finally, and I'm not going to get into too much detail, but both of these bags have panels that you can unzip to allow rifle or shotgun scabbards to be added to the inside of these bags and allow you to carry a firearm. And so I've never done that, so I don't have too much experience with it, but I know it can be done, and I just wanted to point that out. So obviously these bags are totally set up for function and versatility, for durability and, you know, adverse conditions. I've enjoyed them very, very much. I'm going to be really sad to see this thing go, but I know that, like most good things, if it's important enough, it's going to come back to me. So I'll have another one of these in the future as things progress. But for now, unfortunately, I have to let it go and, you know, just keep things moving here. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I wish I could have done a little bit of a better job with this, but it's the best I can do for right now. I just wanted to show you some of the functions and talk about these bags. There are definitely other reviews online and great information from Eberlestock direct from them, and they have their own YouTube channel, so I suggest strongly that you check it out, and it gives you a really good understanding of this bag, and you know, at least lets you see from the designer's perspective what they were going for. And so anyhow, thank you guys. I appreciate you checking out my channel. It's really important to me to have you, you know, checking these things out, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope you find that it's educational and has given you an understanding of some of the products that are out there. Maybe you'd never heard of Eberlestock. Hopefully at this point it caught your attention, and I really, really like these products. I like this style. I like the quality. I'm very happy with it, and so I would strongly recommend this to anybody. So that's my real quick tabletop review of the J79 Skycrane with the G1 little brother. I highly recommend this system. It is such a great system. It's very well made by a company that puts a ton of effort into thinking of all the little details. I hope I did it justice. I mean, this thing is really, it's almost a work of art how nice this bag is, and obviously the components that you can get for it too. So nice versatile system, very comfortable, durable, built to last, gives you tons of options. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you found it informative. I appreciate your support very much. If you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. As always, thanks for stopping by. Take care. I'll see you soon.